And in Ghana, the federal government is set to introduce a new sliding scale royalty regime for gold mining, linking government earnings more directly to rising global bullion prices. The policy replaces the current flat 5% royalty with a price-linked framework that could see miners pay up to 12% when gold reaches $4,500 per ounce, levels already surpassed in global markets. The move has drawn opposition from major mining firms and diplomatic missions, including the United States and China, who warn the higher rate could deter investment. To unpack this, I'm joined by Patrick Bankwa, international financial analyst and investment consultant. Thank you, Patrick, for joining me today.
Thank you very much for having me this morning.
All right. Damning, daring, or ambitious? What's your description of this move by Ghana, and what do you think are the implications?
I'd rather say it's more corrective and bold decision by the government of Ghana. For years, Ghana earned a fixed 5% in royalties, no matter how high gold prices climb up, meaning that the big profits went to foreign shareholders while Ghana got the same small cuts. By moving to a sliding scale of about 12%, what Ghana is effectively saying is that the country should earn more than what it's earning at the moment when it owns its own resources, and it has to earn more. It takes courage because it pushes back against the pressure from powerful countries, as you rightly said, like the US and China. And it's a bit ambitious because it's trying to break free from the old, outdated rules that have kept African countries from fully benefiting from its own wealth at the moment. So I think that it's on one side bold, at the other side it's a bit ambitious, but it's better late than never. I think that this is a move that government of Ghana should have taken so many years ago, because we can't continue to be taking the small cuts whilst countries that do not own the resources take the highest gains out of that.
But could this augur well for Africa? Because we know that there are African countries that have also embarked on codes like this. You want to talk about Burkina Faso and some of the countries that have also done things in the area of mining and all that. Could this backfire? I understand Africa has been a price taker, and we're trying to say, you know what, we're not just going to be price takers. We need to also, take some credit and all that. Do you see this backfiring? Because already the people already complain. I mean, mining companies are saying that this would deter investment. Do you share the same sentiment?
I think that for companies, their end goal is always to make more money in terms of the revenue that they are looking out for. Companies will always threaten to leave when taxes go up. But the reality is that Ghana's gold is too valuable for them to walk away from. Ghana is among Africa's top gold producers for a good reasons. And the gold deposits are rich. The infrastructure is already in place, and the country is already politically stable, just like most of African countries. So yes, some smaller, lower quality projects may become harder to justify. But major companies like Newmont and Goldfields that have been in the country for so many years are still making good profits. Investors care more about the quality, as I said, and the reliability of the resources than a small tax increase, or maybe changing of the order of the percentage upward, because the country at some point in time will also have to look at its own interest in terms of the cut that it's getting as against investors. So I think that there has to be a balance between the two. We already have the infrastructure. We already have the structures around mining of gold in the country. So for me, this will not backfire if government is able to go into proper negotiation with some of these investors to make sure that things are done diplomatically, not to push it on down the throat of these investors, but ensure that these are things that are agreed on tactfully between the parties involved.
All right. How significant could the revenue impact be for Ghana?
Yeah, it's a very great, significant revenue impartation for the country. The financial impact could be huge. With gold now about 5,000 per ounce, dollars per ounce, it means that Ghana jumps straight to the 12% ceiling, which is more than doubling its royalty income if you look at it in the broader perspective. For a government dealing with debts, needing to build infrastructure, this is not just extra cash. For me, it's a serious financial safety net the government is looking at. That said, the government must be very open and honest about how this money is going to be used, so that ordinary citizens in the country can actually see and feel the difference when the action goes into its implementation mode.
All right, thank you so much, Patrick Bankwa, international financial analyst and investment consultant, for sharing your expert thoughts on this. Thank you.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you.